We are looking at the Vincent Thomas Bridge, a symbol of the industrial scale of San Pedro and the South Bay. For local businesses operating in the shadow of this infrastructure, there is a massive, untapped opportunity to scale beyond regional borders and achieve global brand recognition. To start building that reach today, subscribe to this channel and head over to voxelmicrovideolabs.com to join the interest list. Right now, local solopreneurs face a specific threat. With algorithms flooding the market with automated content, businesses relying on standard text and image posts risk becoming completely invisible, digital ghosts in an economy increasingly dominated by AI. The solution to cutting through that algorithmic noise is high-quality, human-led video. Leveraging a professional video podcast studio designed specifically for small business lead generation allows founders to put a real face and voice to their brand. Surviving the modern economy demands a strict pivot. Operating a traditional brick-and-mortar storefront is no longer enough to secure your market share. Business owners must shift their focus toward building proprietary intellectual property that they own, control, and compound over time. Step 1 in building this media presence starts with a structural problem. How and where do you actually network with digital creators in the South Bay? This diagram outlines the solution. The top row shows our starting point: monthly South Bay creator meetups hosted directly at the Voxel Studio in San Pedro. Moving down to the next tier, these meetups facilitate direct face-to-face collaboration. You are sitting in the same room with local founders, creators, and business leaders who are actively building their audiences. The final piece of this structure is access to hyper-local strategies. Instead of generic advice, this network shares proven methods for digital growth that are highly specific to the South Bay economy. Looking at the sprawling docks of the Port of Los Angeles, we see the historical industrial power of the harbor region. Today, modern digital influence requires a similar approach, building physical infrastructure to support your digital output. This grounded, business-first community approach is entirely different from what you find up the 110 freeway. While generic Hollywood studios focus on entertainment and aesthetics, this network focuses purely on ROI and lead generation. Finding and integrating with this specific local tribe is the mechanism that takes an isolated business owner and equips them to become a connected, industry-leading media authority. Now that we have the community in place, step 2 is structuring the message. Digital authority expert Edwin Duterte bases his strategy on a simple premise: real growth requires human-led storytelling. This split-screen chart measures audience retention. On the left, we see the trend line for generic AI content dropping off sharply as viewers lose interest. On the right, the line for human-led proprietary IP holds steady, maintaining an 85% higher retention rate. To achieve that 85% retention, we use a specific tool, the 50-minute podcast structure for non-journalists, breaking the recording session into distinct psychological phases. By hitting these specific peak engagement notes, the timeline is engineered to capture and hold the audience's attention. The host simply follows the steps, eliminating the need for any traditional media or broadcast training. We see the old Torrent street sign here as a reminder of where this content draws its strength. The foundation of every episode must always be rooted in deep, authentic local market expertise and community ties. Applying this rigorous framework elevates your output. Instead of churning out fleeting social media posts that disappear in hours, you construct compounding, valuable business assets. Step 3 is execution. For many creators, the sheer volume of cameras, mics, and lighting creates a technical overwhelm that stops them from ever recording. Voxel solves this with a completely turnkey, zero-friction production system. Here we see the baseline setup. This is the Velocity Starter Pod, featuring a precise dual-angle camera configuration built specifically to help you generate rapid, daily content with zero setup time on your end. Right now, this starter tier offers a massive pricing advantage. You can lock in a launch rate of just $30 for a fully equipped 50-minute recording session. This architectural floor plan shows how the space scales to fit your needs. From the 50-square-foot pod, the studio expands all the way up to the 400-square-foot Global Leader Suite, designed for definitive, long-form panel discussions with 4 base cameras. Every session, regardless of the tier, includes broadcast-grade equipment. These markers indicate the precise locations of the 4K cameras, professional lighting grids, and studio-grade acoustic treatments, working together to capture flawless audio and video. Once the session wraps, the process remains frictionless. A seamless distribution pipeline instantly pushes your recorded, high-quality content directly to major platforms like Spotify, then to Apple Podcasts, and finally to YouTube. By removing all technical barriers, the founder is free to focus entirely on their narrative and their expertise. This provides a South Bay business with the same 4K multi-camera output and professional presentation previously reserved for high-budget media firms. We've walked through the complete system, networking with the right community at local meetups, structuring the message with a proven retention framework, and executing a flawless 4K recording in a turnkey studio. The result of completing those steps is that your business now owns a piece of proprietary intellectual property. Your video podcast acts as a lead generation machine, working around the clock to build trust and convert listeners into clients. Relying solely on traditional local marketing tactics is a fast track to irrelevance in a digital landscape driven by artificial intelligence. If you aren't producing authoritative, human-led content, your competitors will. Secure your competitive advantage immediately. Go to voxelmicrovideolabs.com right now to book your discounted studio slot before the remaining sessions fill up. Stepping into the San Pedro Studio is a concrete step toward owning your narrative. It provides the high-quality assets needed to transform a local operation into a documented industry authority, visible to the audiences searching for your expertise.